Number two, mindset and philosophy. Who am I? Shay, without being a transformational wellness expert, certified international yoga and meditation teacher, corporate wellness pioneer, keynote speaker, and podcaster, instead of me asking the question, who is Shay? I want to ask, how do you know who you are?
Hmm. How do you know who you are? I, earlier you said when we were talking about my marriage, I was saying that the love gets deeper over time,
Mm,
and it's because we know each other, know ourselves more. But it's also because we are always changing and evolving.
okay.
And I don't believe that we are ever one thing for the rest of our lives.
Hmm,
I think I have always been a curious person. I'm curious about myself.
mm,
I'm curious about the things that motivate me. I'm curious
mm,
about the things that make me vulnerable. I'm curious about my strengths. And I think it's curiosity that allows me to keep knowing myself. When
mm,
I was a kid and I was away from my family, I was with a loving family. My aunt and my uncles, they loved me, but I knew that I was not at home. I knew that I belonged somewhere else. There is a voice in all of us
mm,
that tells us the truth about who we are and where we belong and what's important to us.
mm,
And most of us are trained out of listening to that voice. Most of us are
mm,
trained to listen to the external world more than we listen to the internal world. In fact, we listen so much to the external world that we actually become ignorant to ourselves.
mm,
And so for me, I have known from a very young age
mm.
that I have a voice that has to be listened to. That the life that I came to the earth to have is divine.
Mm.
And what is divine is sacred. And what is sacred requires a great deal of care. And it hurts and it's hard and it's hard to explain to other people, and it's hard to even explain to yourself. It's hard to explain to your children, right?
Yeah.
But I know that in me telling myself the truth and being compassionate and being kind and loving to myself, that then I can offer that to others and especially to my children,
Mm,
right? Because my job is not to make them into who I think they are.
mm.
My job is to serve them in a way that allows them to be who they were born to be. And
Wow.
they decide that. They decide that, not me.
Yeah.